I'm Marin. I've birthed 10 kids and been a midwife and business owner, choosing a high-stress lifestyle. I realized that I needed a major change and wanted fun in my life. I gave up pretty much everything, and divinely, life led me to surfing. The ocean wants to teach me, and I'm totally here for this transformation of body and heart. Join me as I ride the waves of life. Not feeling my best, but can't turn down waves when there are some. Another similar day at White Plains, but sometime in between yesterday and today, I noticed in my videos that my stance is not ideal. I mean, I get it, I'm still technically a beginner. I have a new board, and sometimes my only goal with a ride is to stay on. Hence, I am doing what they call the poop stance, which is exactly as it sounds. Looks like I'm on a toilet. It is funny, and I am laughing, because it's a pretty common thing to do, and I've never thought about it at all until now. The main reason, from what I can tell, to not do that, other than it looks ridiculous, is because you are in more of a lock position on the board, which makes mobility impossible. But this is perfect timing for me to reevaluate, because I am only just starting to care about how I will direct my board. Up until now, I've just been enjoying the ride, and there is something to be said for that too. But I'm curious and interested about navigating the board and my weight so that my rides are longer and I can control where I want to go. Can't do that in the poop stance, so here's to figuring this out on land and playing with it in the ocean. I tried today, but my videos look pretty much the same as they did, so I think it will take some time. But yay to realizations and goals and looking at different parts of surfing that contribute to the whole. As for the ocean today, conditions were similar, low tide and 15-second swell intervals. She was really raging out back today, and during a shore lull, I somehow made it back. I am proud to say I hung on for a few waves, but she demolished me on some others. After 2 bigger wipeouts, it felt like my time was up. Sometimes it feels like a direct message from her, the ocean. Enough for today. That is all you get. Don't push me beyond that. I listen.
Those were some big ones. I got one of you like getting on one of the big ones before it like dumped you over. How was it?
Not humbling.
That's pretty cool that you went all the way out there.
They were so strong. I probably needed to hang my feet off the board.
Yeah.
Those. And I only got the memo like after the first one threw me. It's like the worst when you know it's gonna like close out on you. Bathing suit isn't the best.
No.
Lots of boob shots.
Probably
I
need
got some
something
good
tighter.
long rides though.
Yeah?
Almost back to shore.
Yeah.
Did it look better?
Yeah, you're like loosening up. I feel like one of the rides you actually turned into the wave to ride it longer.
Yeah.
Does that, like, are you trying that, or does it just happen because the wave is the way it is?
I mean, I was trying to just stand differently.
Yeah.
And it felt like I had more control.
Yeah.
I'm kind of dead though. Like, I can't go out back again today. My head is not the best.
I don't know why you always look so beautiful when you come out.
Because the ocean threw me around. Thanks, ocean. That was pretty neat. What did I even do out there? Did I get any of them?
Yeah.
That was like North Shore-ish out there. Still not as strong, but like big.
I think you still just happened to get positioned. You needed to be closer to them so to ride them. They were coming down by the time they got to you. So I don't know how you ride that.
I should have got out a little further. All right. A local beach day. I felt like I should get out sooner, but I didn't. And as I was paddling in, a blue bottle, or Portuguese man of war, jellyfish, wrapped a tiny strand around my left foot. Good thing I was paddling in, because I had to wipe it off with a towel, and man, did it hurt. I have gotten stung before on my hand and arm, but this pain was off the charts. It lasted for hours, radiated into my entire left leg and even my back, and left me pretty sore the rest of the day. Coincidence or not, I had forgotten, probably for the first time, to say my protection prayer before going into the ocean. So maybe that was it, or maybe she was just done with me. Jellyfish medicine is about following your intuition. Jellyfish don't even have hearts or brains. It's about flowing and listening, and yeah, maybe encountering some pain. I did take this message to heart and made some business choices that felt good as a result. They were choices I know I had to make, but hadn't. So yeah. Thanks, jellyfish, for your medicine and your reminder. In Hawaiian, jellyfish are seen to be guardians of the ocean and are associated with protection and healing.
How was it today?
I feel like I overstayed my welcome. I was like gonna get out, and then I got stuck. I don't know, I'd say it died out, but it was probably me, because like, that happens here. Like I get a bunch, and then it just sort of like, but I couldn't go out far enough, it seemed, and I don't know. I mean, I got a couple, but like, it's nothing compared to like real waves. Like, I don't know what this is called. Maybe it's surfing, but like, then you get up to the North Shore and you get your ass kicked. These waves are so strong, and these are like, I don't know, a 12th of the power, a 16th of the power of a North Shore wave. But I got a few, so thank you, ocean. I think I don't seem to surpass like 2 or 3 on a castle's day. Still working on improving that stance, and now noticing my front foot is way too straight, parallel to the board. Oh well, we'll be focusing a while on this. Not great waves today, but still some fun rides, and just like, oh yeah, I can get those for sure about the whitewater. No question anymore. I am very confident at this beach, which feels nice, but also I am very aware that there are bigger waters, and in those I am a very, very tiny fish. I did go out for a second session alone and caught a few that whisked me all the way to shore. However, the tide had come in and it was super shallow, and 2 times in a row I nearly dug my board and me into the shallow sand at shore. Eek! Must learn how to stop board better when it's not possible to just jump off. It was graceful that I'm not too hurt, but I did screw up my rib and back, or something that does not feel good. Jumping into shallow sand when you think it's water, duh, is not very smart. But now I know for next time. Can you believe it's only been 3 days that we haven't surfed? Ever and I said it feels like 300. So 3 days without surfing. I got my board down here. My rib feels okay. And I'm just going to paddle out. I don't know that I'll even try to catch anything. Not much to really catch here today, I don't think. But glad to be out, want to be back in the water, and maybe tomorrow or the next day we'll go somewhere with waves. But I'm going to see how it feels when I lay down. For the first 2 weeks, I just didn't know what had happened. I didn't know if it would just get better with me still going out. And I followed some pretty poor advice that if the rib was just bruised, I could still be enjoying little bits of time out in the ocean. It comes to be clear that that really wasn't all that helpful, most likely for my body, and made the pain and the injury worse for those first 2 weeks.
How was it?
It hurts. Can't really like paddle for waves, so I just whatever, I guess. Felt good to get out though. I learned from a very wise chiropractor in California. In fact, he's here on YouTube, Dr. Josh Jagoda, who's a jiu-jitsu guy. I learned after finding him on YouTube and taking his super helpful rib rehab course and doing a consult with him that slipped ribs do happen in all kinds of sports, and that was probably what I was experiencing. Having this rib injury keep me out of the water for a total of 6 weeks was one of the roughest times of my life. That sounds dramatic, but I truly, truly mean it. Woman surfer Lane Davey died in April. Her ceremony was held today at Pipeline. Even though I did not personally know Lane, I am aware of her influence as one of the first women to surf Pipeline. We wanted to go honor her and women in surfing and really be a part of the surfing community here. The prayer before the paddle was beautiful, and my 4 girls and I paddled out into the crystal clear water with about 100 other people. Shortboard, paddleboards, old and young. All of these people came to celebrate Lane's life, and what a simple, gorgeous gathering. The current was quite strong, so the circle of people on boards kept shifting, keeping the mood light. Lane's ashes and flowers were thrown into the water, and her husband was invited to immerse himself in the water as well. Even without knowing them, it was very touching and poignant. I was very aware of the history on which we were floating, and the energy as well. The water at Pipeline holds amazing energy and a resonance, even when the big waves disappear. You could feel it, the immense power of the ocean and the remnants of so much recent and past. The history of this island and the waters, and more recently, the big wave surfing that has been imprinted here, full of triumph and tragedy. I feel immensely grateful that I am alive, even if my rib hurts and I choose to take some more time off. I will return to the water when it's time, and I must need healing on land. I feel so grateful for the energy of this epic water on myself and even my board. In all seriousness, we both hold the water memory and resonance now of one of the greatest, most powerful surf waters on this earth. It was a really long 4 weeks. I don't think I could even put into words all of the things I learned. I know on one hand, this was a physical injury and there was healing and rehab required. There was also a need for more strength in my body, and that came through loud and clear. There was also this whole other level of the emotional and spiritual aspects. When we can't do what we love to do, it can bring up so much. Feelings of sadness, depression, grief, and just feeling lost. Like, if I can't surf, what will make me happy? And on certain days, what is my life even about when I can't do the thing I love the most? So I grappled with the questions. I cried. I journaled. I sat in front of the waves and watched other surfers with literal tears in my eyes. And I had these really dark and awful thoughts that what if? What if I could never get back on the board? What if I wasn't made to surf? And even now, that really brings very strong emotion to my body. Time out of the water was what I needed. It most definitely was not what I wanted. I would not say I truly enjoyed it. But I found my groove throughout the healing. I found my groove in doing the rehab every day. I found my groove in really feeling this injury and what it might mean or be about in my normal life. But here I sit now after re-entering the water after my month off, and I'll tell you, I have never felt this grateful. I have never felt this happy to be back in the ocean, to be on my board, to catching waves. I will never again take her for granted. I will never again take my body for granted or any of the times out in the ocean. No matter how few waves I catch, my perspective on her and her language and her message and her way of holding me, even in this extreme physical and emotional pain, was something I really, really needed to experience to deepen my relationship with the ocean.